If you like cooking, I'm sure you've probably been intrigued by induction cooktops. I mean, personally, I think they're the coolest thing ever, and that's why I got one right here, an induction cooktop that happens to be portable, so that way you could actually take this with you wherever you are, no matter what room you're in, or if you want to take it camping with you or something, or even if you happen to need an extra spot to cook more food when you have a bunch of people over. Or maybe you just don't want to spend all the money replacing your current cooktop with an induction cooktop, but you would like to still have the option of using an induction cooktop right at home. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. Induction cooktops are actually really cool because it doesn't actually heat up the top of the burner, it just heats up the pan. But the catch is, because it uses induction technology, you basically have to only use induction cookware, which is basically magnetic cookware, in order for it to work. But you know, pretty much you just need a metal bottom on your pan and you're ready to go. The good thing about induction, other than not actually heating this up so it's actually cool to the touch, is that it actually heats up 40% faster than typical kitchen stoves, and you can actually adjust the temperature between 175 degrees Fahrenheit and 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can do that either with the temperature or with the levels between 1 and 10. So with an induction cooktop, you're going to save time, save electricity, have minimal heat loss. It's going to be easy to clean because it has a nice ceramic crystal glass on top, so you can just wipe it clean, very easy. And seriously, for the price you pay for this, it's definitely worth it if you want to just have an extra one or just want to use induction at home. That of course is assuming that this works as advertised, so let's get inside and check this thing out. Okay, the whole box fell apart. That's not a good sign. Hopefully inside it's alright. Styrofoam for days. I hate it, but at least it protected it. And at least it didn't break up on me, so that's good. I hate styrofoam so much. Inside the box, I have a magnetic test strip so you can actually see if this sticks to your cookware, you're able to use it. You can use magnetic iron pans, stainless steel with a magnetic bottom, or a cast iron pot. You cannot use aluminum, glass, or copper. Although I did hear that there are like adapters you can use with your favorite pots, but you know, who wants to go through all that? As well as a user manual. So first impressions, this thing looks very sleek, very nice, has a very nice size. Very light in weight, but you know, still feels solid. I mean, definitely a fingerprint magnet, but you really shouldn't be playing with this anyways. And it says, do not touch the plate after cooking, because remember, even though this is induction and this doesn't actually get hot, it will still get hot because the heat does get trapped between the pot and the top. So there's gonna be some residual heat left over. Maybe not enough to burn you like a regular stove, but still it could probably hurt you depending on how hot it is. Down on the bottom, we have a bunch of different touch sensitive options. We have a child lock button right here, so that way you can lock it so nobody can accidentally turn it on and get burnt somehow. We have the temperature display here that, of course, you can see the Fahrenheit temperature. You can just adjust it between levels 1 and 10. You can also set timers here so it'll automatically turn off when your food's done. And you can adjust it right here with the plus and minus buttons. We have the power button, the temperature button, the timer button, and the on and off button. I mean, really, this is a very nice design. Down on the bottom, we do have some feet, not rubber over here, but we do have 2 rubber grips on this side. Then we have the fan here, which is supposed to be pretty quiet, so hopefully it's not too loud, and that way it's gonna be able to dissipate the heat. And I mean, really, that's it. So let's get this thing plugged in. It beeped, I can hear the fan. Yeah, the fan is a little bit loud, kind of like a louder computer fan, but you know, when you're cooking and there's noise everywhere, you're not gonna notice. Down on the bottom, the light is flashing red on the on and off switch, so let's turn it on. Okay, now it's not flashing, it's on. Now the power and temperature is flashing. Let's try temperature. 175, but it's not doing anything because there's no pan on it. So it only actually does anything when it detects a magnetic pan, so that's pretty cool. Let's tap on power. Okay, it turned off automatically, very nice, safety feature. Turn it back on, power. Alright, so it looks like temperature will adjust the temperature in Fahrenheit, power will adjust it in 1 to 10 increments, and I mean, pretty much that's it. So with that being said, let me grab my pot. We have a nice stainless steel sauce pot. Let me just put it on top. You can remove the lid, we don't need that. And now let's turn it on. And now let's go to power. So you can adjust it all the way up to, you hear that? It's already heating up the pan, that's pretty cool. Temperature, adjust the temperature all the way down to 175. Up all the way to 450, very cool. And I can smell some heat. So this thing's been on for what, like 10 seconds? Let me actually see how hot the pan is with nothing in it. The pan is already pushing 130 degrees in 10 seconds. That's pretty impressive. So let me take it off. Look at that. Okay, so let's see how hot the surface is. Surface says it's about 150 degrees. Can definitely feel some heat coming out of it. I mean, I guess off of it, because it's not technically hot, but it's hot on the surface. Does that make sense? It kind of makes sense, I guess. And of course, remember, we got the magnet, it sticks to the bottom, that means you can use it. Pretty cool. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this pot on here, I'm gonna pour in some water, and we're gonna do the water boiling test. Let's gonna be pretty cool because depending on your cookware, depending on your cooktop, it does take some time to start boiling water. But with this, it should be pretty much instant. So let's turn it on. Let's get the temperature all the way up. Let's just max it out. We're at 450. The water is shaking. I can hear it buzzing. I can see some bubbles forming at the bottom. All right, it's been roughly 30 seconds. I can see the steam coming out, so it's actually heating up. Well, you can see that smoke. Look at that. Little bubbles are taking over. They're coming up to the top. More and more smoke or steam. And it looks like we're up to a boil, so it took a little under 2 minutes to get boiling up. I mean, it did start really quick, it got hot, but now we are actually boiling and the steam is coming out and it's burning my hand, so we're good to go. So just like that, we're ready. I mean, I was trying to boil some water the other day on my regular stove. It took like 10 minutes, but it might have been the pot too, because that pot sucked. This is a nice pot. Ow! I bet if we put the top on, it'll get up even faster. I mean, seriously, that's pretty cool. We can just remove it, and just like that. Actually, how hot is this? So the top's about 180 degrees. That's definitely less than the 450 degrees it was pushing out to the pot, so that's very impressive. I mean, I don't think I'd touch 180 degrees. I mean, I guess I could. Okay, I mean, you could touch it, but it's definitely hot. Not like the hottest ever, because, you know, if you touch a regular stove that was on, you're gonna probably burn right through your skin. I mean, if you touch this by accident, you'll have time to remove your finger and be like, oh, that's hot. So that's very cool. So it works very well, heats up very fast. I mean, this water is still hot. We boiled water in under 2 minutes. Very cool. And I'm not even in a kitchen right now, so that's very awesome. I definitely recommend getting one of these. I mean, the prices are actually insanely competitive right now. I'm not sure how they're so low, because this is actually really cool. You can cook anywhere, literally. You don't even need a kitchen. And look at it. It's easy to clean. Just wipe it off. Using magnetic cookware, but I mean, all my cookware is already magnetic anyway, so I'm ready to go.